First of all, we have to understand a very important fundamental concept. Why does God send messenger? Does God really need a messenger to convey his message to the public, to the human beings? This is what we have to understand. For us to understand this, we have to understand who is that Almighty God. What are his capabilities? God is called as Almighty because he is all powerful. He can do whatever scientifically that is possible in this universe, and he is independent. That's why he is called as Almighty. Independent to do his deeds, independent to do his actions, and independent even to punish human beings or any other beings, living beings in this universe. That is why he is called as Almighty, and God does not do favor to anyone. God is impartial. If suppose I say I am the messenger of God, God is it not that God is showing me a partiality? God is favoring me something and then showing me a partiality and giving me something. This is not the quality of God. Then you may wonder that there are some people who are gifted, who are Rishi Munis, who are yogis, then God, is not God showing partiality to them? God is not God favoring them? Okay, I will explain to you the difference between Rishi Muni and messenger. But first of all, we have to understand a Rishi Muni is having divine powers. Rishi Muni is realizing Almighty God, not because that God is doing him favor, because that Rishi Munis, before attaining the state of Samadhi, they have been doing tapasya, they have been indulged in austerity, they have been obeying God commandments since ages, since so many years, since janmas after janmas. Like Sri Krishna Maharaj tells in Bhagavad Gita, Bahunam Janamana Mante. This it takes after lot of janmas of tapasya. Finally, at one janma, like Sri Krishna Maharaj attained Samadhi in this janma, in Dwapara Yuga. Similarly, a person attains Samadhi because of his tapasya, and that Samadhi is awarded by Almighty God himself as a result of his deeds. That person did. So God did not do any favor with that person. God just awarded the result of his tapasya, right? So God is never doing favor to anyone. So suppose I say I am the messenger of God, that means God's message is coming to me and I am giving that God's message to everyone. This means God is showing only favor to me and not to you or anyone else, right? But this is not the case with Rishi Munis. Everyone can become Rishi Munis, and this truth has been mentioned in all the four Vedas. There are many mantras which speaks about God's message to the human beings that you have taken a human birth to realize me. So that means once you realize Almighty God, once we realize Almighty God, we become Rishi Munis. Whereas in the concept of messengerism, the one person is called as messenger, and he gives the knowledge of Almighty God to all the public, and the public cannot become a messenger at all. And this is where the real Almighty God and the man-made Almighty God is different. So we have to worship the Almighty God, which is defined by Almighty God as Almighty God. We cannot create our own Almighty God and then worship that Almighty God as Almighty God. This is what is happening in religions today. We know the man-made religions today. All the religions in fact is man-made. God does not make a religion, God makes dharma. Dharma means that which is not ever created. Sanatan, that's why the Vedic dharma is called as Sanatana dharma. Sanatan means eternal. That one which is never created and that which never dies is called as Sanatan. Almighty God being Sanatan, the knowledge, the dharma emanating out of Almighty God is also Sanatan, like Almighty God. So the concept, and also if you see the concept of messengerism, if I say I am the messenger of Almighty God, I can use my own intellect, my own buddhi, and I can give you a knowledge, not you, I can give the public any knowledge that, okay, this is from Almighty God. But that could be of my own, that could have errors, that could have scientific errors, that could also have philosophical, fundamental, natural errors. And this is what has happened in all the religions which are man-made. Whereas when we speak about Rishi Munis, all the Rishi Munis, Be it Sri Ram, Sri Krishna, Vyas Muni, Vasishtha Rishi, Atri Rishi, Gemini Rishi, any Rishi, Kapil Muni, Patanjali Muni, any Rishi Muni up till now, the recent Rishi Muni whom we know last 150-60 years back, Maharshi Dayananda Saraswati, all the Rishi Muni spoke the language which is uniform. There are no contradictions in their language. They all spoke the Vedic knowledge. The books written by Rishi Munis have been corrupted during Mughals time, during British time. That is of course known fact, and that fact has also been mentioned by Maharshi Dayananda Saraswati in his book. And he has found out, and even today also, as I mentioned in the previous videos, if you see Manusmriti, there are more than 1400 false shlokas. 50% of Manusmriti is corrupted because of human beings. That is due to selfish reasons. But Almighty God and Rishi Munis are unselfish. They are always selfless. They want everyone to realize Almighty God. Almighty God also wants everyone to realize Almighty God. Rishi Munis also wants everyone to become Rishi Munis. But a messenger does not want everyone to become a messenger. This is a fundamental difference between messengerism and the Vedic Sanatan Dharma. So the question, why does God send messengers? God does not send messenger is a clear answer. And also there are many other, if you see any book which is written by a human being, not a Rishi Munis, but a human being, the books will have errors in it. Maybe 1%, maybe 10%, maybe 50%, maybe 100% also. This is because of lack of realization of Almighty God. And if you read the books written by Rishi Munis, all the books written by Rishi Munis will guide us towards Vedic knowledge. None of the book written by any Rishi Muni says or leads us to a path away from Vedas. This is the beauty of Rishi Munis versus messengers. In fact, the concept of messengerism itself is a self-created one. The concept of messengerism has been created because I want to popularize myself. If I want to popularize myself, I will make myself as a sant, as a rishi. I will declare myself, I am the Rishi Muni, I am the messenger, I am the sant. Please follow my instruction. Whereas if you see Vyas Muni also has written in Mahabharata, Yaksha is asking Yudhishthir, what is the path that has to be followed? Yudhishthir answers, Mahajana yen gata sapantah. Mahajana means the Rishi Munis, the Purva Rishi Munis, the path they followed, that is the only path which we have to follow and everyone has to follow. So all the Rishi Munis have written only the Vedic path. They have not created their own self-made path. So we have to leave the shelter of religionism and come towards Dharma. Because Dharma takes us towards God, religion takes us away from God. And by following religion, okay, good. If we are following religion, we are able to be together in a community, in a family, in a society, it's fine. But along with religionism, we have to adopt the Vedic Dharma inside it. Then slowly, Vedas, we will start following Almighty God's instruction in our day-to-day life. We cannot assume somebody as Almighty God and say that this is the instruction. And also one more last point before I close the video. Any messenger, the message of a messenger will change over a period of time. Like example, there is one messenger who came recently. Before that, another messenger came. Before that, another messenger came. Each of the message is different and many times contradictory also. This also proves that this is not the knowledge from Almighty God, because Almighty God's knowledge is never changing. It's always uniform, it's unchangeable, unchallengeable, and always adaptable at every point in life, adaptable at every situation of life. So there is no concept of first messenger, last messenger, etc. And there is, if somebody is saying this is the last messenger and this is the last message from Almighty God, that means Almighty God is not Sarva Shaktiman, He is not Almighty. He is not even, we cannot tell someone as Almighty who is sending messages through a person to public. So these qualities of Almighty God has to be understood, that who is that Almighty God, who is Almighty, who is authoritative, who is never doing favor to anyone. And that is the only Almighty God worthy of worship. So in short, God does not need a messenger, and all the religions are man-made. God made is only Sanatan Vedic. Even it is not made, it is never created, never destroyed. It exists as such. Whenever a new creation happens, God creates this universe out of Prakriti, non-alive matter. God doesn't transform himself like in some of the religions. They say God says be so and then it happened. If God says be so, then who is hearing that God's instruction? There was nothing else, but somebody is, the religion says that God says be so, and then everything happened. But to whom God spoke, and by how God spoke, God is being formless. So these are the errors, like a very fundamental error which is normally not understood by us, by normal people. But when you read Vedas, you will understand these small things. So every time God creates a universe, God gives the Vedic knowledge automatically in the next universe. So all the religions, all the books will get destroyed in this universe, and the next universe will have only Vedic Sanatan Dharma. So we have to adapt to the Vedic way of life. I will meet you soon in another video. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.